a comprehensive, complete statement as to exactly what happened on June 25th?
Overruled in view of 801. You may answer.
I assumed it was complete.
You assumed it was complete?
There's probably questions that could be asked, but I just used that information.
Well, I know one of the things that you're critical about Dr. Murray is, and you thought was an egregious standard of deviation, was a failure to get an informed consent.
Yes, sir.
Well, how do you know he didn't get an informed consent?
There is none. There's no informed consent. Informed consent should be written, and their patient should sign it.
Does an informed consent have to be written?
Yes.
For litigation purposes, correct?
Absolutely, it should be.
Okay. Well, what if you're not involved in litigation and you're just acquainting the patient with what the risks are? Can you do that orally?
You can do it orally, but you do it orally and written, sir.
But if you have a conversation with your patient, you tell him orally what the risks are, what you think, and you have a complete understanding with your patient.
If it ain't written, it's not done.
What?
If it wasn't written down, it's not done.
Well, that's pretty much, that's for litigation reasons, isn't it?
I'm not a litigation expert.
Okay, well, you can accomplish the same thing orally as you can in writing, can't you?
You can accomplish something orally the same as writing. You could, but the way I understand the standard of care is that everything that we do, when we do informed consent, there's a piece of paper that we have, go over all the risks and benefits, alternatives, and we have the patient sign. I have not heard of just an oral agreement.
So your idea of the informed consent is that document that you sign when they take you in the pre-op room just before they're about to wheel you in for surgery, and they give you all these papers and ask you to sign it.
Informed consent should start in the office, sir. You should have people sit down, not right before the procedure, but you go over informed consent again before the procedure.
Do you think whether or not there was a written document describing the nature of the informed consent and the patient's signature on the document had anything to do with the death of Michael Jackson in this case?
Yes, sir, because if Mr. Jackson would have been informed of the risks and the benefits, he may not have agreed to what was happening.
Do you know that he was not informed?
No.
So then you don't know if the informed consent was causative in this case, do you?
Jack, in the state's testimony, he's indicated written informed consent.
I'll overrule the objection. You may answer the question.
What's the question again?
So you don't know if informed consent was causative in this case?
Informed consent, I can't be 100%, but let me state, if someone would come up to me and say, I'm going to give you propofol, a dangerous and strong anesthetic medication that's not...
The radiance of a millenary culture.